Finally, my people, be strong in the Most High and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, having the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always in the Spirit. So welcome back to Badass Conjure, the House of Ajay, Oshun Ajay exclusive, and No Narc Network TV. I am the Oracle / Badass Witch, Oshun Ajay. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the armor of God and exactly what comprises the armor of God, and exactly how and when we are to wear the armor of God. Okay, so the armor of God can be found, this scripture, in the Bible, and it is in Ephesians 6 verses 6 through 20. Okay, but to break it down, the armor of God is comprised of the following 6 items, okay? The belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes or boots of the gospel, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the one weapon that you have been provided with is the sword of the Spirit, okay? And we are going to go in and discuss the spiritual components that comprise your armor. Okay, it is imperative that you do understand that a war has been being waged against you since before you even realized that you needed to adorn yourself with this armor. Okay, and so also it's important to understand that you can directly relate this spiritual war between good and evil, light and dark. You can also directly relate that on a very human level between as the war between empaths and narcissists, sociopaths and psychopaths. Okay, so it's basically the children of the Most High, battling the children of a lesser God. Okay, and that's what it boils down to. You have been provided, if in fact you are a child of the Most High, you have been provided with this armor, and we're going to learn how and when to wear this armor. Okay. So I'm gonna use a little bit of a different angle at this than a lot of other people have used, I'm sure, because again, you guys know that I do believe that the uprising in people who are being diagnosed as having narcissistic personality disorder represent the people that I in my dream who were being possessed without their knowledge. I also believe that so this is the classic battle of good and evil being personified and played out on the world stage between these people, okay? And so it is appearing as, again, empaths versus, the narcissists and, the sociopaths and the psychopaths. For now, we're going to focus on the narcissists, okay? And so basically it is the children of the Most High, okay, Creator God, versus the children of a lesser God. And a lot of these are simply godless beings, okay, who have no God in them, no soul in them whatsoever, okay? So moving forward, and again, if there's anything that I say that you guys would like to discuss later, especially in the group, please feel free to bring that up and we can go deeper into it. But we really want to go into the the parts of the armor, okay? And this is all spiritual armor and very powerful and very necessary in this war, because a lot of, you guys do not realize how closely these demons are to you, and how you're absolutely surrounded by them, because they are some of the people that you hope that you can trust, that you believe and think that you can trust, okay? And there are a lot of people right, in your face right now that you simply cannot trust, okay? And we simply have run out of time to be giving people the benefit of the doubt. The day of evil, the evil time has come, and it is time right now to definitely suit up, okay? So the helmet of salvation is, of course, to protect the head, and of course all of the parts of the armor. They serve dual and several purposes, okay? But the helmet is to protect the head, because of course the head is the mind, is the battlefield, and this is where the attack is going to take place, okay? So again, relate this to the enemy, okay, to the quote unquote devil, and to what I believe is the devil personified in these people, again in the narcs, okay? And so the battlefield is always in the mind, okay? So there's always mind games being played, and the devil is the father of lies, okay, and deception. And so you want to protect your mind and your head, because this is where the attack is taking place. But there's also a significance to it being the helmet of salvation, meaning that also knowing going into the battle that your salvation is something that has already been granted to you, simply by the fact that you are a child of the Most High, and you are not this body, but the Spirit is your true identity, and said you cannot but go back to the source, okay? So this is always something that is guaranteed to you, something that you always know going in, and something that gives you great confidence going in, okay? Because you do not fear what the children of the lesser God fear, which is themselves coming to an end. You know that you have been granted eternal life, and so that you cannot die. So whatever happens in this war really will not change who you are at the core, okay? And so the belt of truth, again, fastens the entire armor together. And this is what is going to hold your entire purpose and your entire being together, is that you keep your whole entire self girdled, and your whole entire armor girdled with the truth, okay? That which you know to be reality, and that which you are definitely certain about, okay? Keep that tightly around your waist, because again, there is a battle for your mind. There is a battle, someone trying to alter your reality, whether they're trying to beat you into submission, bullying you into it, or training you into it, manipulating you into it, deceiving you into it. Your mind is being toyed with, and your reality, there is a threat of your reality being altered. Again, heaven and hell are states of mind, okay? And so what you want to do to keep this armor around you, because the enemy will be constantly tugging at your armor, you want to fasten your armor with the belt of truth, okay? And you want to stand in that truth very firmly, with your boots, which have been fitted with the gospel of peace. And again, what that means is that the path that you walk is one where you will always be bringing the good news, okay, of the Most High, and the eternal love of the Most High, and the good news of the salvation of the children of the Most High, regardless of what happens in this war, okay? Understand that the enemy has planted many traps and many snares and holes and things for you to fall into. and to be getting caught into. And so you do want to make sure that your feet are planted firmly so that you can stand against these attacks that will surely come. The armor is not there just in case you are attacked. You will be and are being attacked, okay? And this is why the armor is there. But it is able to do what it was meant to do. And so let your feet be firmly planted in your purpose and in your message that you are going to bring no matter where you go. And you will be sent into some unsavory places. Be sure that your message that you bring is what you came to do, and that you're not getting lost in the environments that you go into, and that you remember who you are, and that you remember what you came to bring, and that you do bring your message, and that you continue to keep it moving, not becoming stagnant or apathetic, but that you continue, moving and remembering your purpose. So the part of the armor that is going to physically protect your most vital organs and spiritually protect your most powerful and vulnerable parts of your spiritual body and emotional and psychological body is going to be the breastplate of righteousness, okay? And again, this serves a dual purpose. Of course, it is there to reflect and protect you from the negative, very hurtful and damaging energy that the enemy and the darts that the enemy can throw at you, bringing it down to, again, the very personal level of dealing with a narcissist, which is but a host for the demonic energy of the enemy. Anyone who has dealt with one knows that the narcissist loves to devalue you and to cause you to doubt your worth, and to cause you to try to not love yourself, literally wants you to hate yourself, and attacks you at the very core of your character and at who you are, okay? And this can be very damaging, and has been very damaging to a lot of people, okay? Especially in the more sensitive you are, the more damaging it will be. And some people have been driven to suicide by this narc demon and the constant torture of the unwarranted attacks upon their person, okay? So, an empathic person takes attacks upon their character very, very seriously, and, taking the lies and the deceptions that the enemy brings as something serious can cause very serious damage to someone who should be naturally rooted in the truth and in the reality. And so the breastplate of righteousness is to protect you from these again, very demonic attacks upon your person. But it also is there to protect the integrity of your own heart so that it does not become hardened like those of the enemy, and so that the energy that continues to be emitted from you is one of the love of the Most High, okay? And so it does protect, again, you from attacks coming from outside of yourself, and it also protects the integrity of the purity of your own heart, okay? And as long as your actions are motivated and are with a righteous intent and are rooted in the will of the Most High, this armor will protect you regardless of what that action manifests itself as, okay, in this war, because again, it is a war. As long as, again, your actions are have a righteous intent and are rooted in the will of the Most High, this armor will protect you, okay? Your shield is comprised of your faith, okay? Your faith in the ability of the Most High to protect you and to help you win this war. This is usually not a problem, which is why you have been the one who has chosen to fight this war, because most children of the Most High, we have a faith that is unshakable, regardless of what circumstances that we have been put in. We have already been tried by fire. We have already been, refined, and we have already been through the preparation to be ready to do this job, and therefore your shield of faith is a very powerful and strong one. Okay, most of the children of the Most High have been walking this path for quite a while, and that faith has been built stronger than probably any other part of the armor. And so your shield of faith will no doubt protect you from any darts that are being thrown at you from the enemy, and will also deflect and reflect that energy right back to the sender. Okay. And the one and only defensive weapon that you have been given as a part of your armor is the sword of the Spirit, which manifests itself in the children of the Most High as a very sharp tongue that speaks the word of the Most High, which is a sharp tongue that simply speaks the truth. Okay, anyone who has dealt with the narc demon, again, narcissists are but hosts to the spirit of the enemy, has tried to intrude upon a narcissist's delusions with the simple truth, will cause what is known as a narcissistic injury. This is a literal injury that hurts the narcissist, that injures the demon, just as if you had thrown holy water onto the devil himself. Okay, so understand that the truth being spoken over a child whose father is the father of lies is a real injury to that demon. Okay, this is why we see them acting out and having a tantrum, because you have literally injured them. So when you begin to speak this truth, you have to have the ability to continue to cut deeper and deeper with greater and greater truth. Okay, so you must not be afraid, and you must be very confident in going forth and speaking the words that come from your spirit. Okay, if you are a child of the Most High, then you will have the ability, and you will find yourself speaking with an authority that is much greater than yourself. Okay, and this is again, just as the reason why you have been provided with this sword is because the enemy has a sword, and they have a very sharp tongue, and they are very verbally abusive. Okay, and anyone who has again, the attack is upon your mental and emotional bodies, okay, which will eventually manifest as sickness and weakness in your physical body. Okay, and anyone who has dealt with a narcissist in any capacity can attest to the ability of a narcissist to cause great and sometimes irreparable, sometimes fatal damage and injuries with the sharpness of the sword that they carry. Okay, this is why the Most High has provided his children with the sword of the truth, okay, which is an even sharper and even more powerful sword than the sword that they carry. Okay, but the thing about a lot of empaths is that they tend to be very gentle natured, and some very timid, some very just very soft, soft spoken, and the supernova empath tends to be very straightforward with the truth, very confident and fearless in going forward and speaking the truth, regardless of the reaction from the demon. Okay. And so this is what we all have to learn to do, is to be able to speak with authority what we know to be the truth, because it's not always going to come off of the pages of a spiritual text. Sometimes these words will flow directly from your spirit, because this is where God lives. Okay, this is where your creator, this is where the source of your power resides. Okay, and so it is very important important that you always pray in the spirit. This means that let your purpose be rooted in the will of the Most High, and also be like me and always keep a constant dialogue going with the spirit of the Most High that lives within you. Okay, if you keep that constant dialogue, then you are cultivating a very close and personal relationship. Okay, which powers up the entire armor because you have faith in the creator of the armor and also in the wearer of the armor. Okay, again, I need you guys to understand that this war is happening as we speak. It has been happening your whole life, and the purpose for this armor is not just in case. It is because it is happening that you are being attacked and that you are surrounded by demons, some of whom you think that you can trust, some of whom you may love, some of whom you do not want to or may not be ready to let go of, some of whom you still wish and hope to be able to help. And I am telling you now to tighten up your halo, reel it in, and those of whom you are not 100% sure of, it's time to let them go, okay, and leave them to the hands of the Most High, okay, because again, the evil time, the day of evil, it has come, and it is time to put on this full armor, wear it at all times, keep a sober mind and pay attention. Okay, pay attention. And I'm going to leave you guys with this because I think it's a lot, and I want to give you guys time to digest this. We will go into it deeper in the group. And since we have gotten this out, please, if you have any questions, concerns, and or needs regarding this specific subject, the full armor of God, you can email me at goddess111, GODESS111 @gmail.com. Or you can leave a message under this video. I may or may not leave this up on YouTube, but it will be in my private No Narc Network group, okay? And I will probably leave it on the No Narc Network TV that is on YouTube, okay? So thank you all for being very patient, for waiting for me to bring this forth, you guys. You have no idea how many obstructions and distractions that I have had, but I know that the enemy does not want you guys to have this information, okay? And so since we have gotten this out of the way, we will be going forward into our outwitting the devil, the study of how to outwit the devil now that we are armored up, okay? So that will be the next level of teaching that we will be doing in the No Narc Network. Okay, so I do invite anyone who feels led to join us in the network. The information will be in the description box, and you can join the network by joining Oshun Ajay exclusive on Patreon or Badass Witch exclusive on Subscribe Star. Okay, you can find all of my narcissism videos on No Narc Network TV on YouTube. And thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your patience. I suggest that you guys go over this more than once, and that you study it as much as you need to. And again, ask questions, and we will do more discussions in the group. Okay, so until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace.